Hello, this is Viola, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Last time, we beat the game! But, being that this is an MMO, we didn't really. We are back in the Waking Sands after the destruction of the Praetorium, defeating the Ultima Weapon, and pretty much all of the Negatices that were there. And we are back to a welcome celebration. Finally! We get to have that party after Titan, and everyone's here! We have Biggs, and Wedge, and Sid, and Iliad from the church, and that guy who brought us here, and his triplet brother, and that guy back there, and this guy over here, and these guys who aren't even worthy of having names. Let's talk to them. One day I hope to become a hero to the people like you. A hero to Abba and Alu. A hero like Abba and Alu were to me. Watching you live the life of a free adventurer has helped me realize that I can't keep putting off my dreams forever. I've been talking with Wedge about opening a workshop independent of Garland Ironworks. Maybe in Vilbrand, I don't know. Working with the chief is great and all, but someday I want to build my own enterprise, you know? You're an inspiration to us all, Veiler, an honest God's hero that never gives up, never gives in. And neither will I. I wouldn't touch his hurt, see if I don't. Sid, buddy, what do you have to say? I think we could all do with a good rest, don't you? I know I could. I still haven't had time to think about everything that happened, about Nero and Gaius. Iliad, my man! We held a vigil at the church until word came of your success. I cannot express to you how relieved I am by your safe return, Veiler. You! By the gods, to think that this ragtag band of idealists could lay this 14th low. This is a tale straight from a storybook. I imagine my former associates would find it most appealing. After all, what young ruffian hasn't at one point fancied himself a hero in the making? I think I may bring more than a few recruits back with me from the Charleswood. I don't know who you are. But, Brennan, my man! You talked to us. I thought you wore yellow. I know I told you to become a storied personage I could brag about having met, but I never thought you'd go so far to oblige me. Brent! I don't know who you are. I reckon a lot more folk take up adventuring after hearing about what you've done. Brave men and women all hoping to become the next Veiler Sparkle. Man, people want to be me? You've come a long way since I first saw you running around the Waking Sands. Now, there are a couple quests that's telling me you're here. Mostly they're up here. But we are currently in an instance version of this place, and it won't let me. So let's come up here where more of our friends are here, and they're waving and clapping for me. Hee, we all decided to give you a special surprise welcome, just like the ones in heroic epics. Your story took many twists and turns, but you managed to get to the happy ending. Let's hope for more happy endings to come. Are you offering? Thancred, you emo guy who got possessed by it. That's literally the reason why he got possessed. I realize I have been the cause of tremendous consternation, and for that I deeply apologize. But you haven't time to waste chatting with me. Minfilia is expecting you. Papa Limo, my man! So a new era has begun, and on such a momentous occasion, I find it good for the soul to tie up loose ends. What would I suggest you do? Why, the same thing you always do after completing your task. Report to Minfilia. It ends where it begins, my friend. Well, I think I drove into Alphinaud's voice there. Welcome back, Warrior of Light. We, all of us, prayed for your safe return. The 7th Astral Era has dawned, setting in motion a myriad of new beginnings. I suspect our paths will diverge for a time. Have you said your farewells to the Scions? Wait, what? You, who... Well, you didn't really do much except when I was rescuing you. The land my master sheltered from oblivion has been delivered unto a new beginning by the hands of the warriors of light. Thus doth history mark the passing of an era. The dawn doth brighten the sky, and shineth over this nascent age of hope. And though the clouds gather to meet the sun's rising glory, I would walk far with thee under its gentle glow. Alright, let's go into the solar where Minfilia is waiting for us. Never keep beautiful women waiting. Apparently I have. It's actually been a few hours since I've actually done that. Had to, do it. Alpha Nod, my, nerd. Where men go as one, there is life. Where there is life, there is cause to hope. The light of hope shines brilliantly within you, Filia. I only wish my grandfather were here to see it. Minfilia! Quest Ender. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history. 5 years ago, to be precise. Uh-oh. I should like to think it mere coincidence, but we cannot discount that possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thus secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of this realm, of this very star. We're on a planet, not a star. And our reward for saving the world. 2064 gil and an armor identification key, which gives us Maggie, the Magitech armor, as a mount. We are a warrior of light. Ooh, that clap was a bit louder than I thought. And that's it. Game's over. Da, 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 da. Roll. Oh, we already rolled the credits. Let me use this before I don't. A thin rectangular piece of what appears to be cermet. Placing it near your suit of magic armor will magically bring the machine to life. Let's use that. And we can now summon the Magitech armor, specifically Maggie, as I said. Filia, what do you have for us? Oh, you have a recurring problem. Filia has needs of your talent for a re-emerging primal problem. Really? I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I am afraid there is still work to do. The ultimate weapon's destruction, it would seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something? Ahem. Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the ultimate weapons made an appearance. You remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. I'm debating whether saying you were there or not. Since, Laha Brea did kind of come in and... Well... The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak. Alas, due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must need turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves that were absorbed in Mor Dhona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. You must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Filer? Do I have a choice? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. Ahem. Circumstances as they were, I haven't had a chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Filer. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm still not getting in bed with you. A string of failures has left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow Scions. But instead I caused you all no grief, no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you it shan't happen again. He's on the happy pills. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. Hope to return to my duties again soon. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let's renew the fire on our hearth and continue to press F forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Ariane J has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. And this episode might be a little long because, well, we're finishing up here and, I forgot to set timer. That's my actual excuse. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Okay. So, 3 primals. Maybe back in session. Okay, Minfilia, what about this other? The price of principles. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. That's never good. Minfilia? It pleases me to see you well. We just talked about 2 minutes ago. Not even that. Tataru, where were you? Do excuse me for interrupting, Velar. Yeah, actually, that is her voice, isn't it? My lady, the gentleman from Afghana exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. Bye. Ever since we defeated Gaius Van Belsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last offers us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Valdestian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Okay, so we need to talk to the others. Except, I'm not going to do that. If all is right in the world, then I believe we have, we've had a lot of seriousness for the last couple of episodes. And if I am correct, something should have just unlocked at Camp Drybone. So, why don't we take a look? As you know, the main storyline's great and all, but too damn serious now. You've only killed probably hundreds of thousands of people. Alright. Mount Roulette. Will I get the Mad Check Mount? No. Of course, Legacy Chocobo. I am the warrior of light. But we want to head to the Church of St. Adama Lindama. If I am correct that this quest is available. If it's not, well, I've just wasted everyone's time. Let's see. It may not be available yet. I may have to do something else. It's not showing up on the map if it is available. Yep. I will find out what happens with that between episodes, but oh fine, I guess I'll go back to Horizon. As much as I really don't want to. You still haven't buried that guy yet. Seriously. I'll find out about that quest in a bit. We're doing it next episode, and I can unlock it. But I need something else in my life other than primals and there was a giant roar and Scions and Garlemald. And we're out of bacon. I'm sorry, bacon is a funny word. But our journey goes where we must. Hence, back to Horizon. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. I should have checked before this episode started. Unfortunately, I did not have the hindsight. Ooh. I think I know where it starts, but you know what? I'm not going to waste anyone's time with that. I'm going to make sure before the next episode. So, we'll find out then what insanity I was trying to do. Of course, for all I know, it probably starts here too, so... I think it starts in Ul'dah, actually. If it doesn't start here, it probably starts in Ul'dah. Of course, let's take our quick trip back to Horizon, rather than taking the more expensive Chocobo out there. Since one of the players loaded before NPC... Oh wait, always. Hello? NPC? Hello? Hello, are you there? Can I just go on the boat? No? This is not right. There should be somewhere here at 24/7. What do I pay these people for? I pay them for lag. That's what I pay them for. Ah, there you are. Finally. I'm going to report you to Yelp. See how your reviews go then. Okay. You know what? I probably will invest just chocoboing there. Don't you hate in hindsight when things don't go your way? Only slightly shorter than the credits. Okay, we're here. And we have a quest out here from our good friend Nedrick Ironheart. Where he wants to go. The weaponsmith of legend. Nedrick appears concerned about your equipment. Really? How fares the adventuring of late? Your care holding up against the rigors of the trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of your weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about how such things, there's someone I can introduce you to. Her name is Rowena, and she's a collector of all manners of rare artifacts. She might have something in her stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ul'dah, but has since relocated to Repin's Toll so as to be nearer to the ancient ruin from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have reason to go there, you do well to pay her a call. Oh, we have in fact gone there. What's your other quest? Really have to complete the Aurum Veil for that? I was not aware. I've been putting off the Aurum Veil for a while, but I guess I'm going to have to do it eventually. The quest I'm on should take me to... Oh my... Oh well, who cares? We'll figure out soon. Flash Whiz! What do you got? The Kobold Initiative. Says Flash has a plan that requires an adventurer's aid. Read the riptides in the winds and brace itself for a coming storm. Learned as much as when I sailed as the Yellow Jacket, aye? The wisdom of the sea served me just as well on land. These tribes are storming and brewing, neither Scions nor the sea states can allow themselves to be caught unawares. Nay, we must strike first and nip the storm in the bud. I'd start with the kobolds. I reckon they've grown a bit too big for their breeches of late. One more thing I learned as the Yellow Jacket is that your ship is only as steady as your crew. Before taking on the kobolds, I have a mind to round up a few new allies. At Camp Overlook, you'll find a crew of pirates who have been pillaging and plundering, and now fly the flag of the Maelstrom. I'd bring them on board to fight the kobold mess, but I have a notion that an honest plea from yourself would be more convincing. Might you travel to Camp Overlook and speak to Camp Commander Bloden in my stead? He'd be doing us a great service, I don't remember this quest. But, more quests! Radolf, what do you have for me? Into the Valley of the Skull. Radolf would have you lend your assistance to the Maelstrom cause. I call upon you as a fellow Scion, Vietler, to assist our allies in meeting a mutual objective. Maelstrom needs every sword it can summon to stifle the Sahag in advance. I implore you to journey to Skull Valley to discuss the matter with Valfrida and render what remedy you can. Okay. Ehrenvold, that guy I didn't know. Can't do it without you. Ehrenvold would seek your aid in putting a plan of his into motion. My dear friends, Abba and Ollie came to the Scion with a burning passion to deliver this realm from darkness, a passion I could never muster. They fought bravely and with honor until they could fight no more. Me, I was never worth much on the battlefield. I want nothing more than to honor my fallen comrades, to carry on their fight. But how? One day it struck me. I may be woefully lacking on the battlefield, but my mind is sharp enough. I resolved to plot a course of action and recruit capable allies to our cause. One thing is clear to me. We can ill afford to be distracted by the beast tribes with more ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. To that end, we must find strong and loyal allies to quell the beastman menace. You're familiar with the Ute, perhaps? A tribe of fearsome hunters and huntresses. I'm convinced they would prove invaluable allies in the battle against the Amalja, if only they could be won over. You respect strength of the law. I fear they'd sooner gut me than listen to my tale. But you, if you spoke, they would listen. I'm certain of it. So I ask, friend, travel to Groundspeak and speak with Luda Nun in my stead. I don't remember any of these quests. Okay, Urian J, you have a turn in, so. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primal is at my disposal. Whether man or beastman, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depth of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amalja, who may have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. No, nothing? The prize? Nothing? Really? Okay. Well then. But this is the start of the hard mode primals, which, truth be told, isn't much of a storyline, but we'll do them, probably all in one day. 'Tis a lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proffer aid with one hand whilst the other resteth over on the hill. What? Alas, we have not the luxury or time to decipher our petitioner's machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor 'tis we shall be the ones to meet them, or nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. I'm sorry, his dialogue's tough to read. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and the fortune so finite. Oh, we got another quest. Primal Fear. Urian J looks beseechingly in your direction, fear in his eyes. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings ominous arrive from Britannia. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness and return to tell the tale. Vow that ne'er before have they seen its like. The gods go over doth investigate as we speak, and meseems Lord Lewin would welcome a capable adventurer's helping hand. Pray heed thee to the seat of the first bow and shine the light upon thy matter. Okay, we're getting a bunch of quests I don't actually remember. Papadimo. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles? And trying was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ulda now and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Ida! I've been receiving lots of gifts lately, but Papadimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? Well, at least she's honest. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Taylor. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. Okay, give me your primal. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Tancred wants you to vanquish Ifrit, and has information that will help you arrange an encounter. Confirmation is just arrived from the immortal flames. Just as Urianger said, I fear, the Emoja have already summoned Ifrit. Confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldusian insisted that I refrain from taking the field where it concerns primals. Probably a good idea. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everyone's sake I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation to Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words, but Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Be safe, my friend. Recall you of our meeting with the Admiral shortly after Leminson set word of the summoning of Titan. It may happen you also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merweb that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, that the beastmen had justly responded. That we had called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because, owing to allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Liminsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolve them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the patchy consequence would see us relinquish it entirely. Okay, well, let's go back to Minfilia then, I guess. Alphanod, what do you got? You're not Minfilia. You're not supposed to end my quest. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I, too, have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. What? Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Vealer. Alphanod, Vealer, is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and you shall have it, Minfilia. Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ulda. Wait, what? We must do what? So long as we remain with Uldan territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesterville only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte? I believe I mentioned this earlier, but yes, Vesper Bay does not have an aetheryte, and it's a plot point. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our border in a place which all agree to be beyond their... Mor Dhona. Revenant Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of administrative benefit, it is also frequently frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this is to be the best course of action. As you yourself observe, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphanod. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. Girl, have you seen it lately? The decision is yours to make antecedent. I only ask that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you found the path of the 12 ere that. Path of the Twilights? Too many ponies. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did, that makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphanod. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the test than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Now we get Gil. Okay, Minfilia, what you got for us now? Moving on. A lot of food. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. She does that a lot. Leave Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Wheeler, pray attend to Alphanod. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphanod waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Oh, she's actually thinking about it. Well, it would make sense. I mean, Revenant's Toll is kind of dangerous, and, to be fair, they don't really have much protection there. Especially with, Castrum Sentry right there, and, Gigas right behind them, and... Alphanod, my man! My nerd! Confound it, she knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. I started to realize that my voice for him is very similar to Thancred, so... Please forgive me if I'm trying to find a new voice for either. No, I will not accept your friend request. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, adoptive mother, is among the great many who perished during the calamity. Philemon was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlie and minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Philemon's absence stretched for months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Philemon is alive and well. Alas, they have served to rekindle an irrational hope in Minfilia, which now clouds her judgment. The talk of Ul'dah as our home, and of the insurmountable difficulties of moving to Mor Dhona, is no more than an expression of her unwillingness to let go. Nonsense, in a word, but until the tales of Philemon's miraculous preservation have been categorically disproved, I fear she will remain lost to reason. That being the case, I propose we set about disproving them post haste. Let's see how these fanciful claims stand up to investigation. One of the most recent of the latest crop rumors comes to us by way of Father Elliot. Fortunate for me, and I shall look into another alleged sighting and follow anon. Pardon me while I do this. And don't even try to go to that website. I will hate you forever. Okay, so when you go to Church of St. Adamo and Dama, I wish I would have known I was going there earlier. Again, hindsight. But, so her adoptive mother. In the 1.0 storyline, I believe Philemon, I know I'm butchering her name, but Mikate names, am I right? I believe she was the first person you met in Ulda's 1.0 storyline. Back then, each of the three nations had their own little introduction. I mean, they still do, but, the introductions were a bit more epic. I mean, you met your respective people. Well, at least in Lims's case, you met Ishtola in the opening cutscene. And you got to see some crazy shit. And it served as your tutorial as well. Philomena, I'm just calling her Philomena. She picked you up in her caravan on the way to Ulda, at the start of that adventure, and it quickly led into a, rampaging Gobu attack, which actually killed Minfilia's father. I'm guessing her mother was already dead at that point. But, so, you had a bit of a storyline there. Minfilia had a different name at the time. I don't remember what it was. And I actually didn't even learn that until I read TV tropes. But, you know, I did eventually put two and two together. Good day to you, Vieler. Alphinaud told me to expect you. Now, you are doubtless eager to ask me certain questions. Before you do, I must stress that I myself did not see Philomena. But I very much wish I had. I merely hearkened unto a tale of a mourner who came to stay with us. He is still here. If you wish to hear it for yourself, you will find him in the lich yard, I should think. Okay. Rumors, visiting mourner. Who's just over here? I saw Philomena, just as clearly as I see you now, and yes, I'm sure it was her. Before you ask, I could never forget a woman like that. 'Twas nigh on 7 summers ago I first set eyes on her, and I still remember it as if it were yesterday. I'm happy to report the years have only made her more beautiful. Really? Where did I... Oh, Costa del Sol. She was giving lessons at Gege Rouge's women, and her voice... Gods, her voice. That soft thinking of bells resonated in my very soul. Tinkling of bells. I dare not say how her songs touch me. Yeah, I may not want to know more. But it sounds like we have a trip to Ulda to make. Or not Ulda, Costa del Sol. I have to talk to Iliud. Do I believe the man's tale? Well, I believe that he believed it, though I do wonder. I doubt I would recognize someone I barely knew whom I hadn't seen in 7 years. But if there is even the slightest possibility that Philomena yet lived, do we not owe it to Minfilia to pursue it? No. On another thought, haven't I given someone else the name Philomena already? Well, if I have, too bad. This is Philomena now. She's more important. Flowers for one. Brother Iliad wishes to say a few words before you depart for Costa del Sol. If this woman resembling Philomena was employed at Costa del Sol, then that is where you should go. I will inform Alphinaud of these latest developments. You need only concern yourself with a search. Master Gege should remember you from your past engagements, so I suggest you waste no time and approach him directly. With that, I believe I'm going to end the episode. I'm going to look into starting that one quest I want to. If my plans go as I want them to, I'm going to try to alternate between this other storyline and the main storyline until, we finish with, well, the one I want to pick up in this episode will probably end a lot sooner, though my gear is not suitable for the battles ahead. So, we will see that in the next episode, I hope. If not, well, I'll apologize and we'll be back to heading to Costa del Sol. But this has been Violair. I hope you enjoyed and have fun.